Joy to the world, how are you today? I hope you are feeling okay. I hope you're 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 feeling okay. I hope you are feeling okay. Hi everybody, this is Mr. Duncan in England. How are you today? Are you okay? I hope so. Are you happy? Well, are you happy? I really hope you are happy today because we are back together once again. And I had a beautiful night's sleep last night. I don't know what happened yesterday. Something very strange happened to me yesterday. I don't know what it was. Something very weird happened to my brain and I lost complete control of everything. If you watched yesterday's live stream, you would have seen me having a very slight meltdown. That's what we call it. So when a person has a meltdown, it means they lose control of their mind or their emotions, and then they just do anything. They lose control completely. So I did slightly melt down yesterday. I had a slight meltdown yesterday, but I'm okay now. I think I am all right. I had a really nice sleep last night, very relaxed. I didn't have any nightmares. I had no bad dreams. I had no good dreams either. But it was a very restful sleep, and I hope you've had a very nice, relaxing sleep as well. I hope everything where you are is super duper. So here we go then. We are back together again on the live stream. For those who don't know who I am, who are you? Who are you? Who is that strange man staring at me from my computer screen? My name is Duncan. I also have a dirty camera. Wait there. I'm just cleaning my camera. Excuse me. My name is Duncan. I teach English on YouTube. I've been doing this for ever such a long time. A very long time. Longer than 5 minutes. But not as long as a millennium. So in between there somewhere. No, in fact, 14 years been doing this. I have been doing this for 14 years. I can't believe it. I'm sure you can't believe it either. Hello to everyone on the live stream. I hope today I have got the right live chat, because yesterday I had a slight problem with the live chat. Hello Vitesse. Hello Vitesse. Nice to see you here on the live chat. And also hello Lolly Lolly. Anna Pika is here as well. Welcome to everyone. And of course we are broadcasting across YouTube, which means we are broadcasting around the world. So hello to the whole world. It's so nice to see you here today. Look at that. Everyone is watching from South America to Russia and India and Vietnam. Vietnam is there, I think. And also Africa. We have people watching in Africa as well. Also people watching down under in Australia. A good day to you watching in Australia. Also we have people watching in there might be some people watching in China. I'm not sure. There might not be. So there might be some people watching in China. Also Russia. We have Russia here as well watching. Also we have people watching in, where else? Where else shall we go? Oh yes, the Middle East, Saudi Arabia and around there. We have lots of people watching there as well. Look, I'm waving to you now. Hi, hello world. Hello also to, we have Spain watching at the moment. Spain, hello Spain. Also, we have France watching as well. Hello, France. Bonjour to you. Also, Italy. We have Italy watching. Hi, Italy. Hello. And lots of other countries watching as well around the world. So it is super duper to have your company here today. I am feeling so excited. I don't know why. Yes, I know why. I know why I'm feeling excited, because I'm here once again broadcasting live with you. Sorry about that. Nice to see everyone here. Also, Marwa is here. Welcome to my live stream. Broadcasting now live from England. As you can see, it is a beautiful day. It is quite sunny. However, it is also very windy. So I decided to take the risk and come outside to do my live stream today. So I hope you are all feeling good. Yasia. Hello to Yasia. Hello also Vietnam. Hi Vietnam. Nice to see you here. Hello to Vietnam again. Hello J4T4R watching in Iraq. It is very windy at the moment. I decided to take a risk today and come outside in the wind. I hope my risk will pay off. When something pays off, if something pays off, it means it is successful. Or maybe you get some sort of reward from it. So if something pays off, it means you get some sort of reward from something. So I hope my risk today will pay off. I hope you will be entertained. I hope you will be cheered up. And I hope you will have a big smile on your face at the end of this stream. Hello also Artsby. Hello Anna. Hello to you as well. To Rizme. Hello to you as well. Lots of people already here. Thank you very much for joining me today. So nice to see you here. We also have Irene. Come on Irene and watch my stream and have a smile or two. I will put a big cheerful smile on your face. Hello also Mona. Love from Mona and Leo from sunny Brighton. Hello to Brighton. I hope you are having a bright day in Brighton. Did you see what I did there? Because I said bright and the place is called Brighton, you see. It's a joke, apparently. So a big hello to Brighton. I have been to Brighton many times. I have been to the nudist beach in Brighton. Did you know that? Did you know there is a beach in Brighton where you can take all of your clothes off and then you can lie completely naked on the beach? However, I went there and I didn't take my clothes off and I was told to go away. They said, no, I'm sorry. You can't wear your clothes around here. You have to go away. You have to walk away from here. This is nudists only. These are the people who like to go au natural when they are sunbathing. They don't wear a single stitch on their body. We call them naturists. So a naturist is a person who likes to expose all of their body to the fresh air. Ooh. I know what you're thinking. Mr. Duncan, have you ever been on a nudist beach with no clothes on? I haven't, to be honest. I haven't. Maybe I could do it in the garden. Maybe here in the garden. Because I live in the countryside. Perhaps I could lie in my garden on the grass, naked, and see what happens. See what the birds do. Maybe the birds will come down and start pecking at my body. Maybe they think there is a juicy worm for them. What? It's not a big one. Okay, thank you very much for that. Thank you for your vote of confidence there. Lena is here. Hello to you, Lena. It is so windy in Much Wenlock. It is. Also, it seems very dark. Or does it seem to be dark? It isn't dark here today. It's really lovely. The sun is out. And so am I. I am out with you all today. Hesham is here. The best notification for me is from Mr. Duncan. And also from the country of the Pharaohs. I wonder where that could be. I wonder where the Pharaohs come from. Could it be Egypt? Hello to Egypt. Nice to see you here as well. Francesca, Brighton is near the sea. It is. It is a seaside resort in the south of England, on the south coast. I've been there many years. I used to stay at a lovely guest house in Brighton. I was very surprised because it had no doors on the rooms. I don't know what that was all about, but you live and learn. Hello, Mohsen. Hello also, Ekaterina. Nice to see you here as well. Yes, I am very excited today for many reasons. One reason is because I'm here with you, of course. That is a really good reason to be happy. Another reason why I'm happy is because I have found a new type of snack food. Oh yes, I found a new snack for me to enjoy during this strange lockdown period. Yes, have you heard on the news? Things are a little bit weird in the world at the moment. So yes, I am quite happy today because I found a new snack. It's something lovely, something very sweet, of course. Of course, Mr. Duncan, it's going to be sweet because you have a very sweet tooth. Hello also to Alisa, also to TS is here. I am feeling very happy today, and I hope you are as well. Hello to Luis Mendez. Hi, Luis. Nice to see you here as well. Ivan No says, hello, Mr. Duncan. I am Vietnamese, and it's nice to meet you. I'm very good something too. Maybe very good mood. If you feel good, you can say that you are feeling in a very good mood. You have a very good humour. You are feeling good today. So I hope you are as well. Hello, Havza. Also, we have Rosa. Oh, I've just noticed we have a super chat. We have a super chat as well. I will mention the super chat. Hello to MX. Thank you very much for your lovely donation. Thank you very much on the live chat. That is very kind of you. Hello to MX. Thank you very much for your lovely donation. Thanks a lot. It's very kind of you. Wow. I don't know what to say. There is a bird flying just above my head. It is watching me. It is wondering, what are you doing, you strange man? Why are you standing in the garden talking to yourself? You weird person. Go away. Go away, bird. Stop being so hateful towards me. Go and fly into someone else's garden. Hello, Mohammed Amateur. Hi, Mr. Duncan. I have an important question. Most people say the important thing to learn English is to listen to English a lot. But should I listen with subtitles in English or without? You can actually do both. Now, my advice is if you are in the process of improving your listening, sometimes it is good to listen and also read at the same time. For example, here on my live streams, you can actually have live captions. Did you know that? So all you have to do is press this on your keyboard, press C. Don't put it on the live chat. You don't have to do that. just put it on your keyboard. Just take your finger and press C, and then you will get live captions. So you don't have to put it on the live chat, just press that button on your keyboard. And guess what? You will have live captions. So my advice is to watch movies or maybe live streams by certain handsome teachers who exist on the internet, and enjoy yourself. So always try to enjoy whatever it is you are doing, whether you are learning to listen or speak or read. Always have fun when you are doing it. Always have a laugh and a smile. And the answer to the question is yes, you can watch the subtitles as you listen, so you can see the words, and also you can become more accustomed, you can become more familiar with the words that are being spoken. And later on, maybe later on, you can take the captions away and just listen to the movie or the live stream without captions. So don't try to do too much too soon. Try to take your time when you are learning something. Hello Louisa! Hello Rosa, nice to see you here. Anna Pika. Mr. Duncan, I have noticed something. Ooh. I've noticed something. You have moved your heron, and I remember that it had a different position in the garden. Isn't that true? Anna, you are correct. My heron has decided to go for a walk. So now my heron is over there, enjoying some of the beautiful sunshine. So yes, you are right. Well spotted. You are very observant. An observant person is a person who notices things. They are always watching what is going on. They are very observant. They like to look at what's happening around them. Like that bird up there. That bird is very nosy. Almost too nosy. Hello to Ivan. Hello also Artsby. Thank you very much once again to Tarzan Cheetah. Thank you very much. I am overwhelmed by your lovely donation. Hello to Tarzan Cheetah. I am so glad watching you. Today will be my first day working outside after a long time. So it sounds as if you are now going outside to do your job again after this very strange period of time. And let's face it, it has been a very strange period of time indeed. Very weird, in fact. So thank you very much. I was on holiday and I was disabled due to an accident I had, and also surgery. Please wish me luck, Mr. Duncan. My best wishes for everyone. I hope you feel better soon. I'm sorry to hear you had an accident. I hope it was nothing too serious. However, from the sound of what you say, in your message, I think maybe something serious may have happened because you had surgery. So maybe you broke a bone, or maybe you injured yourself in some way. You don't have to tell me what it is, but I'm sorry to hear you've had an accident. I hope you feel better soon. It has been a crazy time, so you have had more than one thing to actually deal with. So not just all of this that's happening at the moment in the world, you've also had some surgery as well. So I hope you feel better soon. And once again, thank you very much for your lovely live donation. That is very kind of you. Don't forget, everything I do here, I do for free. It costs you nothing to watch me, and it costs you nothing to learn from my videos and also my live streams. Mr. Duncan is wild and free. You are right. There is nothing I enjoy more than being outside in the fresh air. Even though I'm trapped in my garden, I can't go anywhere else. Or else, if I do, the police will come along and they will feel my collar. Here, Mr. Duncan, you've got to go back home. You're not allowed to walk around the streets. Don't you realise there is a lockdown taking place? So I have to be very careful. I don't want to get in trouble with the boys in blue. That is what we call the police in this country, by the way. We call them the boys in blue. We call them the police. We call them coppers. Coppers. And the reason why they are called coppers is because if you catch someone, you cop them. You cop them. So if you catch someone, you cop their shoulder or their collar. And that is the reason why they are called coppers. Hello also to Mohammed Rizq. I am lucky to be watching you. Thank you very much. You are welcome. I've really enjoyed my time doing this every day, by the way. I'm with you every single day. Yesterday I had a slight meltdown. Something went wrong with my brain. It stopped working for some reason. I tried everything. I tried rebooting my brain. I closed my brain down and then restarted it. I think my operating system needs updating in my brain. I think that's what the problem is. Hello Anna, best wishes to you. Yes, lots of people wanting to wish Tarzan Cheetah a fast, speedy recovery. And that comes from me as well. Mrinal, hello Mrinal Singh. Nice to see you here today. Have you seen my email? Yes, I have. I have seen your email. I've been trying to catch up because I've got lots of emails at the moment, and I did look at your email. I've seen it. It is a very lovely email, by the way, and I'm very interested to find out more. So yes, I have read it, and for all those who are asking, I have also read your emails. I can't always reply because I do get quite a few, but I do try my best, if I can, to reply to your emails. So thank you, Mrinal Singh. Thank you very much. And yes, I have seen your email, just so you know. Hello, Zuzika Artsby. So yesterday he was naked and had fatigue. Fortunately, you will be pleased to hear that yesterday I wasn't naked. Whatever anyone says, whatever those horrible newspapers say about me, I was not naked on my live stream yesterday. Can we just sort that one out? It's not true. It's a lie. Artsby, perhaps the sickness was due to the cold weather. Maybe, who knows? Mr. Duncan, I changed the wallpaper, and have you noticed? Oh yes, it looks very different, even though it's very small on my screen. I will have a close look, and I will try to see what it is. Wait there a moment. Ooh, it's a little cat. I can see a little pussycat on your icon. So yes, I have noticed it. It's a little cat. Hello, Redel Sham, or Redel Shyam Yadav. I hope I pronounce your name right. It is my first chat with you. Thank you very much and welcome to my live stream. Yeah! Hooray! Hooray! Do 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 do. Did you enjoy the fireworks? We should have had the 1812 overture. Da 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 da. I'm okay. Trust me. I'm all right. I'm okay. I'm just very happy to be here with you again. Hello also to Lena. In Russia at the moment it is the 24th day. 24 days of lockdown in Russia. I'm not really sure how many it is here now because I've lost count. I'm not sure what it is here now. Is it day 20? Is it day 60? I have no idea because all of the days feel the same, to be honest. If I was honest with you, every day feels like the same day. It feels like I am stuck in some sort of time loop, going round and round in circles forever and ever, just like Bill Murray. Hello Rosa, hello Adrian Floorman, hello to Adrian, it's so nice to see you here again. Hello Adrian. Mr. Duncan, what is your new snack? Can you tell us more about it? Okay. Oh, okay then. It would appear that you are very excited to find out what my new snack is. Okay, I will show you. This is something I found on the internet. And then, a few days ago, I ordered this in my shopping delivery. So the shopping delivery came, and guess what? They had this item. They had it. So you can imagine I was so excited because whenever something new comes along, if it's a new snack, a new type of food, you can guarantee that I will be there. I want to try it. So that's what I've done. I've ordered this thing, this product, and it was delivered, and I have been eating this quite a lot over the past couple of days. Would you like to see it? Okay, here it is. Look at that. So that is my new snack. This is the new snack that I've just discovered. Have you ever tried this? It is something very sweet and something very delicious. You can have it on bread, you can have it on biscuits, or you can just stick your finger into the jar and just eat it from your finger. Which of course I would never do because it's disgusting. So it does look a little bit like peanut butter, however it isn't. So this is a product that is normally a biscuit. So there you can see on the package, let me just see if we can find it there, you can see there is a biscuit. So normally this particular product is actually a biscuit. However, this is something that is, well, it's like a paste, and you can actually spread this on your bread. And it is absolutely delicious. It's so nice. I like it. So this is my new best friend. Hello. Hello. So it's called Lotus Biscoff Crunchy Spread. I'm not being sponsored, by the way, for anyone who is worried. I'm not being sponsored by this product. However, I do like it a lot, and I might eat this until I get really, really fat and go pop. I will go pop one day, like Veruca Salt. Crunchy bread spread, and this is made by a Belgian company. So this particular company is actually based in Belgium, and this is manufactured. This is actually made here in the UK. So it's made in the UK, but the manufacturer, the company, is actually based in Belgium, which of course is the place where lots of delicious sweet food actually comes from. So this is my new snack. It is gorgeous and I love it. In fact, I'm hoping next year I might persuade the government of this country to allow marriage between people and snacks. So I might marry this next year. This will be my new wife or husband. I'm not sure yet. So this is my new spread. It is delicious, and already you can see I have eaten quite a lot of it. So a lot of it has already gone. You can see that I've been eating a lot of that. Look, already it is half empty. Partridge is here. Hello, Partridge. How is your pear tree? Mr. Duncan, can you tell me the difference between the UK and London? The UK and London. Yes, there is a big difference. The UK is the country. London is the city. So London is just one part of the UK. And of course, the United Kingdom is made up of different countries, including England, Wales, Scotland, and also Northern Ireland. So the northern area of Ireland is also part of the UK. However, there are people who are not happy with that. And that, as they say, is another story. Hello to Radesham. I am fond of your teaching technique. Glad to hear that. I am very happy to hear that you enjoy what I do. It's always very nice. Hello, Flower. Flower Espoir is here as well. Nice to see you. A big hello to you. Palmyra in Bolton. Today, my nephew's sons started school again. Is it happening in the entire country? No, it isn't. Many schools are now closed. However, some schools are going back after the Easter holiday. So we have just had a holiday, even though it didn't feel like it because we were all off anyway. So many schools have been closed anyway. However, this is, if things were normal right now, this would be the end of the Easter holiday. So normally the children will have 2 weeks holiday at Easter. So that is what is happening. However, most schools are still closed. Most schools are still shut. And it looks as if they might be shut for maybe another couple of weeks. Artsby! I've bought many Heinz beans since you announced them. You should ask them for money. You have married a very small wife and you are eating her. No, I'm not going to say anything. I'm leaving it there. But yes, this is delicious. It's lovely. It's nice. And if the company is watching, can you please send some to my house? Can you just leave it on the doorstep outside my house? I'll be very grateful. My neighbour gave me something yesterday. In fact, Mr. Steve yesterday went to our next door neighbour because she is not young, she is getting on. So Mr. Steve went next door to trim her bushes in the garden. And she gave us a couple of gifts. Would you like to see the gifts that she gave? Here they are. Once again, it is something very sweet. Something sweet and delicious. We had a little sheep. It is actually a biscuit. So it's a biscuit, but it's on a stick. So you can see the biscuit that is on a stick. And that particular biscuit is a little sheep. I like the sheep very much. Bear. 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 And also a little, oh, that looks like a bunny rabbit. It looks like a little bunny rabbit. It looks like my head has been replaced by the head of a rabbit. Very interesting. Hello, my name is Mr. Rabbit and I like eating carrots all day, and then in the afternoon I will have a little sleep, and then later the farmer will come and he will try to shoot me with his gun. which means I have to run away very quickly. So those are gifts that were given to us yesterday as a little thank you for the help that we've been giving, or should I say Mr. Steve has been giving. Aren't they lovely? So thank you very much to our lovely neighbour for those gifts. Isn't that nice? I don't know what's wrong with me today. I'm in a very good mood. It's because I had a nice sleep last night. If you like this, by the way, don't forget to give me a big like underneath this live stream. So underneath here, please give me a lovely like, and also subscribe if you like what I do and you don't want to miss any of this. Subscribe, like, maybe even give me a little donation as well. Ooh, that would be ever so nice. Lena, London is the capital city. Yes, it is the capital. So all countries around the world have their capital city. So the capital city here in the UK is London. However, in Scotland, they also have their own capital. And in Wales, they also have their capital city. However, for the whole UK, we often see London as the financial centre of the UK. It is where the government is based. So we have all of the government based in London. That is where they are. You have a lot of the financial services based in London. So London is the capital city of the UK. Hello, Mr. Duncan. Yolanda. Hello, Yolanda. Nice to see you here as well. Very nice to see you here today. Also, Mona. Oh, I see. Someone has made Mr. Steve's biscuits. I made the biscuit cake from yesterday's recipe. It is lovely having it with coffee now. Thank you. Thank you, Mona. So Mona has actually made the same recipe that Mr. Steve made yesterday. As we all know, Steve likes going into the kitchen sometimes. He likes producing some delicious food, and yesterday he made some delicious biscuits. Some biscuit cake. If you want to find out the recipe, it is actually on yesterday's live stream. We talked all about it. So thank you, Mona, and I'm glad to hear that your baking was successful. I'm glad to hear that it paid off because you had a reward. Your reward was lots of delicious chocolate biscuits. Biscuit cakes. They are cakes and biscuits at the same time, if that is possible. Oh, we have another super chat. Thank you very much for your lovely donations. Thank you very much to Civetta. Hello, Civetta Orni. Mr. Duncan, I am Owl from Italy. Why don't you become a vegan? If you eat cherries, they are much better and healthier. Cherries. That is one of my all-time unfavourite foods. I'm not a fan of cherries. I do like other things. I like apples and oranges. I like mangoes. So I do eat fruit. Take no notice of what Mr. Steve says. Sometimes Steve says things about me that aren't true. So I do like eating vegetables and fruit. However, sometimes I know a lot of people complain to me. They say, Mr. Duncan, you should not eat meat. I try my best not to, but it's so delicious. I can't help myself. I am very sorry. Maybe one day I will stop. But the problem is, because I live in the countryside, I see all of the sheep around me all the time. And it always makes me hungry. I don't know why. I know a lot of people feel very strongly about this. People are vegetarians and vegans nowadays. But it's like some sort of primeval urge I can't stop myself. I want to sink my teeth into a nice piece of meat. So I will try. Even though, having said that, I don't eat that much meat, to be honest. I don't eat a lot of meat. Is that okay? Probably not. Hello, Nilton Caesar. Hello also, Giacomo Russo. Nice to see you here as well. Ooh. There are some people walking behind me. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, maybe they are wondering what is going on in my garden. Ooh. Francesca, thank you also to Lan Phuong Nguyen. I believe you are watching in Vietnam at the moment. Nice to see you here today. Maria, I would love to learn English, but I find it very difficult. Do you have some technique? Try to listen, try to learn, and also try to experience English every day. That's the best way to learn anything, I suppose, and learning English is no exception. Some people say that the capital of England is London, but some people say the capital of the UK is London. Well, England is a country that is in the UK, so the UK is made up of different countries. However, the capital city is always the same, so London is the capital city. Hello, Anna Rita. Nice to see you here today. What is wrong with the weather here in Italy? It is grey and rainy and cold, while you have sunny days. I don't know. Yesterday the weather wasn't too bad. It was sunny but very windy and cold. And on Saturday, it was awful. Did you see my live stream on Saturday? I was in the studio because the weather was so bad. It was awful. Very terrible. Hello also to Anna Pika. Hello also to Lil. Those poor cows and those poor chickens. Please think of that. I know I do. I do. Sometimes I feel very horrified by things, and then sometimes something else happens. I have an urge, a feeling. Faith idiom. Mr. Duncan, since this situation has started, I have noticed that making lots of sunny days, or there are making lots of sunny days here in Brazil. Have you noticed that in the UK? I have noticed that we have had a lot of nice weather over the past few weeks. Certainly last week the weather was gorgeous. It's getting very windy now. Do you want to see the tree above my head? Have a look at the tree above my head. It's really blowing around. It's very windy today. Oh my goodness. I don't know why, but suddenly it's become very windy. I hope my camera doesn't blow away. I really do. Okay. Back down to me. I'm back. Here I am. Don't worry. I haven't gone away. Oh. It's so windy. I can't believe it. Anna Rita says, I do not like cherries either. I agree with you. I'm not a big fan of cherries. I don't know why. The taste. And also the texture. The way they feel in your mouth. It's all... I don't like it. Is that your garden? Qui truc. Is that your garden? Yes, it is my garden. I'm in the garden at the moment because they won't let me go anywhere else. So I am now a prisoner in my garden. I can't go anywhere. They won't let me. The policeman said I can't. There is something I bought quite a few years ago about 20 years ago, I went to Holland and I bought something very nice as a souvenir. Do you ever go abroad? Do you ever visit other countries? And have you ever bought a souvenir? Something that you buy and then you take back home with you, so you have something to remember the beautiful time that you had. We call it a souvenir or memento, something that allows us to remember something that we did in the past, maybe a small gift or maybe something that we put on display. So every time we see it, we will always remember that lovely time that we had in that place. And here is something that I bought many years ago. Over 20 years ago I bought this. Would you like to see it? I wonder if you can guess what it is. So I will hold it up. Can you guess what this is? Can you guess what this is? It is something I bought whilst on holiday in Europe. So I was in Europe, but can you guess what it is? Ooh. I will give you a clue. It is something that would be very useful today. So if I had one of these in my garden, it would be very useful today. Can you guess what it is? So many people are here. Hello to TS. Hello also Irene. Well, of course, you can also buy a souvenir even if you don't go to another country. You don't have to go abroad to buy a souvenir. So you might go to a local place that is an interesting place to visit. And perhaps you will buy a small souvenir from there as well. So a souvenir doesn't just have to be from a foreign country. You can buy a souvenir even if you go somewhere local. Even here in Much Wenlock. Here in Much Wenlock there are lots of souvenirs that you can buy to remind yourself of your time in Much Wenlock. So it is possible to do that. Is it a camera? Says Lena. No, this is not a camera. It isn't a camera. But it is something very interesting, very special. Something I bought quite a few years ago. 20 years ago I bought this. Is it something that you can use? Is it a vase? It isn't a vase, however, it is made of pottery. So it is something that is very fragile. In fact, a few years ago I broke it. So this thing that I'm showing you now is something that I bought many years ago. It is very fragile. It is fragile. It is something that is easily broken. So if something is fragile, it means it breaks easily. It is easily damaged. Okay, I'm going to show you now what it is. This is something that would be very useful on a day like this. Of course, that is the clue. It is a windy day. And what is good to have nearby on a windy day? Yeah, a windmill, of course. So here I have a little windmill. So this is something I bought many years ago when I was in Amsterdam. And this little windmill is made of china. So it's very delicate. And a few years ago I actually dropped this. I knocked it on the floor and I broke one of the sails. So you can see there that the sails will actually turn around, and not only that, it also plays a song as well. I don't know if it still works. I haven't done this for a long time. So this will actually play a little song as well. Let's see if it works. Oh, it sounds as if it's going to work. There are tulips from Amsterdam. do 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 do. Ooh, it stopped. And that particular song is called Tulips from Amsterdam. There are tulips from Amsterdam. So there is my little windmill. I hope you enjoyed that. A little windmill that plays a song. A little memento. A musical box. A little thing that plays a song when you turn the key at the back. Very lovely. Hello to If Muhammad. Hello, it's so beautiful. Thank you very much. I like the song as well. The tune, the little song that it plays is very lovely. It is a traditional song. Hello, Lena. This music is so sweet. I like it very much. Hello, Mr. Duncan. You are a very good singer. Thank you, Natalie. That's very kind of you to say. I'm not sure if I am a good singer. Mr. Steve is a good singer. He's very good at singing. I'm not sure about me, to be honest. Mr. Duncan, I asked this question many times and I've got many different people and never got a real answer. Why I cannot understand English movie? Why I cannot understand the English movie? Can you please answer me? Well, it depends what you are watching. So maybe in some movies there is a lot of things happening. Maybe there are lots of sounds. And sometimes maybe the people in the movie speak too quickly. But to be honest with you, that is not unusual. Sometimes I watch movies. Have you ever done that? Have you ever watched a movie and you can't actually understand what people are saying because they don't speak clearly, or maybe they speak too quickly? So it happens to me as well. Sometimes I'm watching movies. If I'm watching a movie, and because there's lots of noise and action, and sometimes the people speak too quickly, and you can't really understand what they're saying. So you might not be the only person who has that problem, because I have it as well. And that is when I'm watching English movies. Very strange. Duwen, hello Duwen, hello Mr. Duncan, and hello to everybody. Nice to see you here. Freddie Senedo, or Senedo. Mr. Duncan, is it always windy in the UK? Not normally, however, this particular month is April. And quite often in the UK you can have a lot of windy weather and also a lot of wet weather. So one of the things that really surprised me, one of the things that I am very surprised by, is the fact that we've had very little rain. Because normally in April, traditionally, the weather is normally very unsettled, and quite often we have a lot of rain in April. So one of the things I'm really surprised by is the fact that we haven't had much rain, to be honest. I don't know why. Anna Pika, your windmill is very fragile. Yes, you are right. You must handle it with care. I will try my best. So something fragile, something that is easily broken. You can also describe a person, I suppose, as fragile. A person who is easily upset. Maybe they are always anxious about things. So sometimes we have to be very careful what we say to another person. We have to be very careful what we say to them, because they are very fragile. Hello Adrian again. It is very nice music from your windmill. To have a small nap. Yes, you could listen to that music if you wanted to go to sleep. It is very soothing. So sometimes I know a lot of people at the moment are getting very anxious and worried about the present situation, and quite a few people are finding it difficult to go to sleep at night. So maybe you can listen to something, maybe a gentle song, or maybe a nice relaxing sound, like the sound of the wind. Something like that. So there are many ways of helping yourself to get to sleep during these strange times. Mr. Prince. Hello to Mr. Prince. Have a nice day. Brilliant. Hello. This is a really wonderful video. Thanks, my friend, and have a great time. Thank you, Mr. Prince. You are welcome. You are very welcome. Sergio. Now I understand Don Quixote. They call him Don Quixote. Did you know his real name is Duncan? Duncan Quixote. Yeah, it's true. Honestly. Marcos, this song that you played is very calm. It is. It is soothing. Something that helps you to relax and feel calm. We can describe it as soothing. It is a soothing sound. Something that takes away all of that worry and anxiety is soothing. It is a soothing sound. Hello to Anna. Hello also Artsby. Hello also Constantine. Have you ever happened to not understand what a certain ethnic group in your own country says? Constantine? No, I'm always able to understand what people say, even if English is their second language. And there are people living in this country who were born overseas and they've learnt English as their second language. To be honest with you, I've never had a problem really understanding people who have English as their second language. However, they are here. They are actually living here. So they are living here. English is their second language and they have an accent. But to be honest with you, I don't think I've ever had a situation where I couldn't understand the accent. And we do have a lot of accents in this country. A lot of people think there is only one or two English accents, but actually there are hundreds of English accents, and they are spoken everywhere around the world. Julio, hello Julio or Julio. Julio Alberto, hello to you. It's been a long time since my last interaction. We are now in quarantine for more than 30 days. So longer than Russia. I think Russia is around 24 days. Here, it is almost, I think it must be almost 30 days here. I've been with you almost every day for the past 30 days. So I've actually been here for the past 30 days, almost without any break. Serene wants Mr. Steve to sing a song. I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure if Mr. Steve wants to sing. Unfortunately, he has gone back to work today. So this morning, Steve was a little bit grumpy. So Steve was slightly grumpy this morning, even though he can still stay at home. So he has gone back to work, but he's still at home. So now he is working from home, but he's not happy because he wants to be out here in the garden doing work, you see. He wants to be working out here in the garden. So Steve is not very happy at the moment. He is not. I noticed, Mr. Duncan, this year you didn't have any snow and very little rain. You are right, Anna. It is incredible. I don't know how it's happened. It's incredible. We've had very little rain over the past 3 or 4 weeks. However, just before that, we had lots of rain, but we haven't had much snow. So I think this winter, the winter that is just finishing now, has been very wet, but we've had no snow. Very unusual. Jean Frede says, Mr. Duncan, do you think that learning by heart, if you learn by heart some songs and movies, it is good for learning English? Yes, it is. Learning anything, if you keep something in your brain, if you learn something that you remember, it can help you in many ways to use English, to understand English. So there are many ways of using something that you've learnt. You can use it to your advantage. Guadalupe, good morning from Mexico. My daughter has an online class. A lot of people are doing this. Have you heard of Purple Mash? Purple Mash is one of the many teaching apps that is being used at the moment. And today a lot of children are talking about their studying and their courses, and parents are making sure that their children are still studying and learning something even though we are in lockdown. So I think that's a great idea. A great idea. It is a good fact. This man is a good psychologist. He is able to tranquilize anyone. A prize for you, Mr. Duncan. A prize. I'm not sure if I'm good at tranquilizing people. Maybe sometimes I send people to sleep. Perhaps. Especially today, with my singing and my voice. Lena is going now. Bye, Mr. Duncan. I will join you on Wednesday or on Thursday. See you, Lena. Bye, Lena. Have a safe day. Stay healthy, stay happy, and I hope to see you again soon. Thank you, Lena. It's Priscilla. Hello, Priscilla. Is that Priscilla, the Queen of the Desert, I wonder? Hello, Priscilla. Nice to see you here. What is this? What is this? This is reality. This is now. It's happening right now as I stand here with the wind blowing up my trouser leg and giving me a rather nice feeling, if I was honest. That's what this is. It's live. It's interactive. It's whatever you want it to be honest. It's whatever you want it to be. Hello, Artsby. Hello, also. Guadalupe. Anapika, Mr. Duncan, can you explain the expression to lose his marbles or lose her marbles? If you lose your marbles, it means you become forgetful. You start forgetting things. Maybe your brain is becoming old and worn out. So if you start to lose your marbles, it means you are becoming a little slow with your thinking. Also, we can use it to say that a person is maybe becoming a little bit crazy. So yes, there are many ways of using that. We can say a person is losing their marbles if they are forgetful, if they feel as if their brain is not working as good as it used to. Sometimes I feel as if I'm losing my marbles. Maybe I am. Maybe I am. Who knows? Hello, Ricardo. Can Mr. Steve be the character Sancho Panza? Maybe. Mr. Steve has played many roles on the stage. He has been Scrooge. He has been... Who else was he? He was in Oliver. He didn't play Oliver. He played Fagin. So Mr. Steve has played quite a few big roles. He was also the king in The King and I. And a lot of girls. Can I just tell you a little secret? A lot of girls got very excited when Mr. Steve was in The King and I. Because when he was on stage, he wasn't wearing much clothing. He was wearing some clothes, but not much. And lots of girls were getting very excited at Mr. Steve's body. I can't believe it. Even now, I can't believe it. Mr. Duncan, I have a question. What does it mean, grow up? If you grow up, it means you become mature. To become mature, to grow up, you go from childhood to adulthood. You grow up, literally. So in some cases, you literally grow up. Mr. Duncan, you are simple and cute. Yeah. Yes, I have been called cute, and quite often I've been called simple. Is that a good thing? I don't know. Sergio, could you tell us something about the Scottish accent? Well, of course, when we talk about the Scottish accent, it is, once again, an accent that derives from the original language. So we might say Gaelic. Have you ever heard the Gaelic language? It's quite interesting. So when we talk about Scottish accent, it is an accent that is based on another language. So you will find that in Scotland there is a definite difference between the accent, the English accent there, and the English accents that exist here in England. Partridge, why have you neglected my messages? I don't know. Have I? Have I neglected your messages? I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know. Hak Lao. Hello everyone. I hope you have a good day. Hi, Hak Lao. I believe you are watching in Vietnam. Artsby. Also, we have, Subramani. How can we use the term? I don't know which term you mean. Which one? Well, quite often we use the word which if we are giving a choice. So quite often if you offer a choice to someone, you might ask them, which one do you want? Which one? Which one? Which pair of shoes do you like? Which one? Or as a continuation if we are talking about a certain subject. So maybe we talk about something and then we will continue the subject onwards, and quite often we will use which to introduce another part of that subject. Mr. Duncan, you are right, it is not an easy thing. Many things in life are difficult. Life sometimes can be unfair, difficult, cruel. However, no one ever promised you that it would be fair. Sometimes you have to make the best of a bad deal. A little bit like now, when you think about it. So at the moment, we are all having to make the best of a bad deal. We are trying to find something nice going on in our lives. Massimo, there is a big gust of wind behind you. Yes, you are right. It is really windy here today. I can't believe how windy it is. Hello, Cap Devi again. Be careful, Mr. Duncan. If a sudden gust of wind comes along, it might take you away. Like Dorothy. in The Wizard of Oz. I've got a friend called Dorothy. Hello, Wilson. It is a windy day. I can now confirm. Officially, it is windy here in the UK. Definitely. Hello, Jacqueline. Oh, hello, Jacqueline. I'm enjoying your message. I can't read it. It looks like you're just typing with your feet, maybe. Maybe you are typing on your keyboard with your feet. I think that's what you're doing. Anyway, Jacqueline Sims. Are you a real person? Or are you just a computer graphic? I'm not sure. Anyway, welcome. Nice to see you here. Bonjour. Hello. Hi. Greetings. Hello. Over the past few days, a few people have asked, Mr. Duncan, we've noticed that when you talk about this current problem, the problem that is occurring now in the world, you never say the actual word. You never actually say. You never say it. Why? Why don't you say it? Well, I suppose one of the reasons is we have to be very careful, you see. We have to be careful what we say, because sometimes we might find ourselves being censored. Ooh. I can't believe that. So there are some very interesting ways of describing this current period of time. For example, you might describe this current difficulty, this current time, as this difficulty. So we are talking about a difficult time. We are talking about something that is hard to cope with. So we might say, during this difficulty, without actually saying the word. During this difficulty. So we are showing that there is actually a problem. There is something going on that is a problem. We might also say this event, this thing that is happening at the moment is this event. The thing that is happening right now is this event. The thing that we are all having to deal with at the moment, and we know what it is. We know what's going on. It is, of course... I can't say it, you see. I can't say it. I will get into trouble. I will be punished. YouTube will come around to my house and they will push a very large custard pie into my face. We might also describe this strange period as this outbreak. So we might describe it as this outbreak. An outbreak is when something occurs and it affects many people. An outbreak, when something begins occurring, when something actually is happening. So we might describe this current period, this situation, as this outbreak. When something starts to spread, when something occurs and it affects many people, we might describe it as an outbreak. Outbreak. We might also say this situation, something that we are having to cope with, something that is difficult to handle. This situation. It is what is happening at the moment. So you might say, during this situation, people are being told to stay at home. This situation. During this particular time. This actual situation. Of course, here's a good word. I'm sure you have heard this before. Oh, this emergency. So you might describe a time when things are bad, when people are suffering, when things are going wrong, you might describe it as an emergency. So this can cover one thing, maybe one person has an accident. You will describe it as something that is urgent. It is an emergency, something that you have to deal with very quickly is an emergency. Oh, something that happens is an occurrence. Occurrence. So if something happens, we can say that it occurs. So this occurrence, this event, the thing that is now happening, the situation that is taking place around the world. And we all know what it is, don't we? We all know what it is. We know what's happening. If something happens, if something takes place, we can describe it as this incident. So maybe the incident is the actual occurrence. So you might have one situation that is taking place or happening. We describe it as an incident. An accident in the street can be described as an incident. A serious event, quite often affecting one or more people. So a road accident can be described as an incident. We often use the word crisis. So yes, I think it would be fair to say that at the moment we are all feeling the crisis at the moment. It is a serious situation. It is a crisis. This crisis, this current crisis. Francesca says, there is nothing more satisfying than to come into the house and see it clean and tidy. Oh, I wish someone would come round to my house and clean it. That would be very nice. Very nice indeed. Here's another one. Ah, yes. This is a very direct word. The epidemic. Epidemic. So you might see this word quite a lot used on the news. If many people are affected, if something is spreading, you can describe it as an epidemic. Lots of people are being affected. We might just say this problem. So this problem is serious. This problem is affecting many people. Many people have been affected by this problem. There is a helicopter. Can you hear the helicopter? There is a helicopter coming over the house. Hello. Hello, Mr. Helicopter. Thank you very much for disturbing my live stream. A serious situation is something that must be dealt with. Serious situation. We have a very serious situation taking place at the moment in the world, affecting many people. It is a serious situation, definitely. I have no doubt that the situation is difficult. We can have a difficult time. So if you have a problem that is affecting your life, it is affecting your general life, it can be described as a difficult time. Maybe something that you have to get used to. Now you're really starting to annoy me. I'm almost certain. I wouldn't be surprised if that is one of the other YouTubers trying to sabotage my live stream. You have a difficult time. There is something that you have to cope with, something you have to deal with. I am having to cope with this difficult time, as we all are. Many of us are having a very difficult time at the moment. I think it would be fair to say, safe to say, that we are all having a bad time. Here's a word. In fact, it is a phrase. Global crisis. Ah, yes. I'm sure you've heard this one quite a few times. Global crisis. If you have a global crisis, it means a situation that is affecting everywhere. A situation, quite often, bad, serious, something that is causing a lot of problems. We can call it a global crisis. Global crisis is a problem that affects many people around the world. So you might describe this current situation as a global crisis because it's affecting everyone around the world. Global crisis. You might remember in 2008 when we had the financial crisis, and it was described as a global crisis because it affected everyone. You might also say worldwide emergency. If you have a worldwide emergency, something that is creating a lot of problems around the world, it is a worldwide emergency. So I suppose you could describe it as something that affects many people at the same time as well. We can have an urgent situation. Urgent. Something you cannot ignore. Something you must not ignore is urgent. So an urgent situation is something that is happening that you can't ignore. You must not ignore this urgent situation. It is a thing that is happening that will not go away. Here's an interesting word, and this is one that I'm very interested to explain to you because it can be used in different ways. In fact, this particular word over the years has developed an opposite meaning, and the word is humanitarian. Can you see that on the screen? I hope so. Humanitarian. When we talk about something being humanitarian, it means something that is given with care or help. So humanitarian in its original form means to offer assistance, something that is humanitarian. You are offering help, assistance, some sort of aid to other people. So we might say that humanitarian is a way of describing help or aid. You are giving help. You are offering assistance. You will often hear after a disaster, a natural disaster, there will be a humanitarian appeal or humanitarian help. So you are offering care, assistance. You are giving humanitarian help. The strange thing is, over the years, it has also taken on a negative meaning as well. So maybe we can talk about something that is a crisis or an emergency. So you might have a humanitarian disaster or a humanitarian problem. But that particular meaning came along later. So in its original form, humanitarian means help, care, you give assistance. Later, it started to get a negative meaning as well. So the strange thing is about humanitarian is that it can be used in a positive way and also in a negative way at the same time. Isn't that strange? But then again, sometimes the English language can be very weird indeed. I hope you've enjoyed today's live stream. Hello to Mika. Oh, hello, Partridge. Hello also, Mika. Mika is sending a message to Partridge. Apparently Partridge is very interested in Mr. Steve. I don't know why. Mr. Steve sometimes appears on my live streams. He is someone who likes to appear like yesterday. Did you see Steve yesterday? It was very funny because I turned the camera on Mr. Steve and he didn't realise he was on. And he was eating. He was stuffing the food into his mouth. Evangelina says, Mr. Duncan, now the world is becoming humanitarian to each other. Yes, so there is a lot of humanitarian help, a lot of care being given and offered at the moment. You are right. You are right. Hello, Anna. It is a good idea to watch the same live stream twice, once without subtitles and the second time with them. Yes, I think so. This is one of the things that I love about captions. So sometimes subtitles, captions, are very useful if you want to improve your listening and also your reading at the same time. So sometimes you can do two things at the same time. So yes, I always find that captions can be very useful. Massimo says, what does it mean if you screw someone down? You put them in a difficult situation, or you put them in a position where maybe there is a lot of pressure on them. You screw them down. You keep them in one place. You are doing something that is putting pressure on someone. You can also screw someone over. If you screw someone over, it means you do something behind their back. You do something that will cause problems for them in the future. You go behind a person's back. You do something without that person knowing. And then later it will get them into trouble. So to get someone into trouble, to get someone into serious trouble, or to do something where you point the blame towards another person, you screw them over, you trick them, you con them, you do something without them knowing, you screw them over. You can also screw up something. If you screw up something, it means you make a big mistake. You screw up something, like yesterday. You might say that yesterday Mr. Duncan screwed up his live stream because he got very confused with his buttons. So I hope that helps you. Hello, Mika. Hello, Unikarina. I like the Sunday lessons because when Mr. Steve joins the class, it is very funny and he interacts a lot with the curious subjects like cooking. Mr. Steve loves talking. He does. He loves talking almost as much as me. As you know, I like talking very much. I can talk for hours and hours. In fact, today I've been talking to you for 1 hour and 35 minutes. So 1 hour and 35 minutes I've been here talking to you now. And I hope you enjoyed it. Is there anyone here in Japan? Mika is in Japan. Mika is in Japan. If you have a question for Mika, because Mika is Japanese, so yes, Sergio, you can always ask Mika, as long as it's a nice question, something polite. Not a problem. Oh, that reminds me. I saw a very interesting documentary 2 nights ago, all about Japan. Yes, can you believe it? So I was watching this film, and it was all about the railway system and all of the trains in Japan. And I must say, I was very excited to see the world famous bullet train in Japan. And that's one of the reasons why I would love one day to go to Japan. I would love to go to Japan, go to one of the big railway stations, and there are some really big railway stations, especially in Tokyo. Some of the largest railway stations in the world exist in Japan. And they have these most amazing trains. They are called bullet trains, and they actually do look like a bullet. The front of them is aerodynamic, so they can move much easier as they go forwards. So yes, I was very pleased to see the most amazing documentary all about the bullet train, and I hope one day I will get the chance to go to Japan and travel on one of the bullet trains there. I hope so, because they are quite amazing. Amazing things. And did you know that all of the trains in Japan run exactly on time? So everyone will have the same time on their watches or their clocks, and all of the trains run exactly on time. Not only that, but as you get onto the train, people will bow as well. So you will often have a nice bow from the station guard, or maybe the person who is on the train serving the food. So yeah, I would love to do that. So that is on my list of things I want to do before I leave this vale of tears. I would like to watch again Mr. Steve in his performance, speaking very posh, Ernesto. There are many clips, there are many live streams where Mr. Steve was enjoying himself so much. He started speaking with his very posh voice. Hello to Francesca, Mr. Duncan. Mr. Duncan Everett can be used for normal. I'm not quite sure what you mean by that, Francesca. I'm not sure what you mean, but I think it might be a compliment. I'm not sure. I hope it is. Ooh. Hello, Sergio. I would like to ask what a Japanese man thinks about a brilliant song that I've encountered on YouTube. Oh, I see. Well, I think Mika might be the best person to ask, because Mika is living in Japan. Massimo says the trains in Japan, they are also similar in Italy. I didn't know that. I've never really experienced or seen anything about Italian railways. Isn't that strange? So maybe I should check up on that. I will look at that later. I will have a look at some Italian railway video clips and see what it is, see what it looks like. Corey is here. Hello, Corey. Hi, everyone. Mr. Duncan, I am delighted to be here with you again. You are very welcome to be here also. Yukiko says you are very welcome to come to Japan. I hope so. I would love to visit Tokyo. It looks like the most amazing place. And of course, there is one very famous part of Tokyo where there is a very large area where people have to cross from one side of the road to the other. And there is even a webcam. So on the internet, there is actually a web camera where you can watch people crossing this very large pedestrian area. And people are trying to cross the road before the traffic lights change. And sometimes people are running like this before the traffic lights change back to green. And it's quite entertaining. So I hope one day I get to experience the big scramble, as they call it, the scramble crossing, because everyone tries to get across the road as quickly as they can. So maybe one day I will go to Japan and I will experience the bullet train, also experience some Japanese food as well, perhaps. Who knows? Who knows? Beatrice, Mr. Duncan, I am late. I am sorry because I was buying food and now I am cleaning the products. A lot of people do that. If they go to the shops to buy something, quite often they will take it home and then they will wash it. Mr. Steve was doing it the other day. Steve bought some milk and he was washing the bottle. So the container that the milk came in, he was actually washing it under the water, which I thought was quite funny actually. It looked rather funny. However, sometimes it is best to be safe than sorry. That's what they say. Sometimes it is best to be safe than sorry. And I agree. Don't forget, I will be back with you tomorrow as well. I'm back with you tomorrow live on YouTube again. We will do this again tomorrow from 2 p.m. UK time. Nice to see so many people joining me today. Thank you very much for your company, even though it's very windy. I will show you the view above my head. There is the view above my head, you can see. It is a very windy day, very blustery. You can see the trees are swaying from side to side and it's quite windy, very windy in fact. Although I'm not going to complain, I will not complain because at least we have lots of beautiful sunshine, lots of lovely sunshine around. So I'm not going to complain about it, don't worry. I'm not going to start complaining or moaning about it. All of the trains in Japan have been affected by this situation. I see. I did notice on the news last night that the situation in Japan has suddenly become a little worse. So can I send my best wishes to everyone watching in Japan? Here in the UK, the situation is still bad as well. We are still having a really bad situation here as well in the UK. Things are not getting better. I think we have a long way to go. However, don't forget, during this time, you know what I'm going to say? Remember, you are not alone. You are not alone. There is no need to feel alone during this time. I will be here with you every day, joining you live from England. Maybe I will be in the garden like this, or perhaps I will be in the house. Either way, I will be here with you anyway. So remember, you are not alone. You are here with me, and I am here with you. We are spending our time together. As I mentioned yesterday, a lot of people seem to have their own live streams now. But I can say that 4 years ago, I started doing my live streams. But lots of people now have decided to start doing their own live streams. But I did it first. I was there first. In 2016, I was doing my live streams and no one else was. You can always make the best of a bad deal. As I mentioned earlier, even when things are bad, you can always find some sort of positive thing from a bad situation. So quite often you can find something positive. You can make the best of a bad deal. Make the best of a bad situation. So even when things are going badly, you can find something positive to come from it. A lot of people at the moment are learning new hobbies. They are developing new skills during this time, whilst they have a lot of free time. Look on the bright side. Always try to look on the bright side of life. Even when things seem bad, even when things seem a little negative, always try to look on the bright side of life. Remember, every cloud has a silver lining, even though today there are no clouds. The sky is blue today. We have no clouds at all. Above my head, it is just blue sky. Very nice. Every cloud has a silver lining. In other words, there is always something positive if you look carefully. Even if that good thing or that positive thing is hidden away from view. There is light at the end of the tunnel. I love this expression. There is light at the end of the tunnel, even if that light seems very far away, very distant. Where is the light? The light at the moment is very far away. But you shouldn't worry. Don't worry, because there is light at the end of the tunnel. There is, honestly. There is light at the end of the tunnel. And as I said earlier, don't forget, during this very strange time, don't forget, you are not alone. Don't forget that. I will be with you tomorrow from 2 p.m. UK time, even though all of the celebrities, all of the famous people and not so famous people have started doing their live streams as well. Even the Rolling Stones. The Rolling Stones have got their own live stream where they're playing their instruments and Mick Jagger is doing his singing and his dancing. I can dance like Mick Jagger. Don't you know? That's what you do, you see. If you want to dance like Mick Jagger, you just do this a lot. You jump up and down. Like that. You see? It's easy. Anyone can do it. Thank you, Rosa. See you later, Rosa. Thanks for joining me today. Thank you very much for all of your company. I hope you have had a good live stream. Have you enjoyed it? Would you say it was a good live stream? Would you like to give me a lovely like as well underneath? You would? Thank you very much for that. That is very kind of you. So give me a big like underneath this video to show that you like what I do. And then hopefully YouTube will tell more people about it. Wouldn't that be lovely? It would. Lil says you are a pioneer with live streams. Ah, yes, I remember all those years ago when I used to do my live streams, and the only people watching besides me was next door's dog. My only viewer was next door's dog, and even that used to just sit there and stare at me, and sometimes it would lick its bottom. I suppose that sums everything up, really, doesn't it? It does. It sums it all up in a nutshell. Thanks, Mr. Duncan. All I have at the beginning until now is from you. I hope to grow up with my English language and see you again tomorrow. Thank you very much to you. The British or Westerners are often lazy to talk about standard pronunciation. I'm not sure about that. Some people say that I have an accent, other people say that I don't have an accent. But standard pronunciation is something that a lot of people assume is the right way to speak English. However, I often think that there's no such thing as standard English. So from my point of view, as an English speaking person, I don't think there is any such thing as standard English, because whenever I travel around the UK, I hear many accents, many different ways of using English. Some places will have their own words that they don't use anywhere else. So English is something that is often changing, and it is often different depending on where you go, depending on where you are. Thank you for your company today. A lot of people have joined in today. I'm really pleased to see that you are here, and I'm very pleased to see that you are enjoying my live streams as well. Very nice. Oh, by the way, I had something come through my door. Would you like to see it? Something came through my door from the government. So this is what they are giving us at the moment. Can you see it? So there it is on the screen. So that is something that came from the UK government. You see, it says UK government there. So this actually came from the government of the UK, and it is telling us all about lots of safety measures. So when we talk about safety measures, we are talking about things you do to stay safe. Things you can do to stay safe. So you can see, for example, they say stay at home. So that's one of the biggest pieces of advice that we are being given at the moment in the UK. They are saying that we should stay at home. Stay at home, which is what we are all doing at the moment. So many of us at the moment are staying at home. I'm staying at home. Mr. Steve is staying at home. That man over there, he's staying at home. That lady who lives over there, she's staying at home. The lady who lives up the road from my house, she is staying at home. Everyone is staying at home. It's crazy. But that's what it says here, you see. It says stay home. So that's what we're doing. We have no choice, to be honest. You could also help to stop the infection from spreading. So there is another piece of advice. And this is one of the reasons why we are all being told to stay far from each other. It's getting very windy, by the way. So that's one of the reasons why we are being told to stay far away from each other, because of this current situation, to make sure that we can't transmit anything from one person to another. Transmit. If you sneeze or maybe you cough, there is a chance that you will transmit the germ or the virus. So you do have to be careful. Thank you very much also to Massimo. Thank you very much also to Ivan. Thank you very much to Noemi. Is it dangerous to send paper advice because you can catch it from the paper? I know. Well, this is one of the things I was wondering the other day, because we are still having the mailman or the mailwoman. So the mailman or the post person, I don't know what you call it nowadays. I have to be careful. The postal worker, that's it. So the postal delivery person is still coming to the house. They are still coming here. So anyway, I think this is all right. I think this is safe. I think so. It also talks about what else? Oh, symptoms, you see. It is talking about the symptoms. Symptoms. The symptoms are the signs that you are ill. Symptoms. The symptoms. Maybe when you feel unwell, you might have some symptoms. They are the things you can see or the things you feel when you are unwell. How do you feel? Do you have a temperature? Are you hot? Are you cold? Symptoms. And here it explains all of the ways that people can catch, and also how long it will take to pass through your body. So there is a period of time that will affect you from the start to the finish. So all of this advice actually is quite useful. But to be honest with you, a lot of people have been talking about this also on the television every single day. So most of us are actually aware of this already. We know about it already because every day when we watch the news reporters are always talking about the same thing. Stay at home, wash your hands, keep a safe distance away from other people. So all of these things are being told every single day. I am going into the house in a few moments and I might have some of this on a sandwich. Ooh, yes. Have you ever tried this? All I can say is it's delicious and I love it. It is almost time to say goodbye to the world of English. It is almost time for me to go away. But don't worry yourselves, because I will be back another day. In fact, I will be back tomorrow. I'm back tomorrow from 2 p.m. UK time. I will see you tomorrow and we can all share our love of the English language one more time. And then I will be back with you the day after tomorrow, and then the day after that. In fact, I might be with you forever and ever. Who knows? Thank you for your company. I am going now. I will see you tomorrow from 2 p.m. UK time, wherever you are watching in the world. If you are here, or here, or maybe you are here. Oh, look, I can see Vietnam. There's Vietnam. Hello, Vietnam. Can you see me waving to you? I can also see Thailand as well. I didn't say hello to Thailand earlier, so I'm going to say hello to Thailand now. Hello, Thailand. Also, hello to Malaysia as well. Hi, Malaysia. Nice to see you here today. A big wave for Malaysia as well. That is a place that I've been to many times, by the way. I've been to Malaysia quite often. Thank you very much for your company. I want to give you all a big kiss and a big wave. Thank you very much for joining me today. This is Mr. Duncan in the birthplace of English, having far too much fun, saying thank you for watching. I hope you will have a good day. Please stay safe. Don't forget, stay healthy, stay happy, and I will see you all again tomorrow from 2 p.m. UK time. And of course, until the next time we meet here on YouTube, thank you for saying hello. Thank you for giving me some of your time. And of course, until tomorrow, 2 p.m. UK time, you know what's coming next. Yes, you do. Ta-ta for now. This is BBC One. Coming up next, Cooking with Mr. Steve. Cooking with Mr. Steve. This week he will be trying to cook salad without burning it.